Hello Aquarius, it is AD with kayxztarot, and I'm going to be doing your February 2019 your 2019 monthly reading. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please continue to like, share, and support. I appreciate it so much. Don't forget to drop a comment. Also check out the description box below so you can find information on how to book a personal reading with me, my Instagram, my SoundCloud, the cards I use, the crystals I use, just any fun information. You'll find it out in the description box. Alright, so without any further ado, Aquarius, let's get into your reading. Happy birthday! 'Tis the season, right? Super exciting stuff, Aquarius. I hope that you guys are enjoying your season, because right after yours is my season and I'm ready to take over. Sorry, I'm a Pisces, so I'm a little biased, but I do want to enjoy Aquarius season. I have quite a bit of Aquarian friends. Alright, let's see. Aquarius for February 2019, please. Oops. Ooh. So we have the Three of Wands, so expansion, growth, looking out to see, literally, to see where your ships are going or if they're coming back. So I kind of sense that this is you put stuff out there and now it's just the beginning. All right, you're just seeing it. You're just seeing those ships leave the horizon. Okay, Aquarius. So new energy. All right, a level of newness, a level of freshness as you look out. To see what impact you're going to have with the things that you've created. And this could be something artistic for some of you guys. This could be something business oriented, obviously, but I'm just imagining it's something that you spent a lot of time in and now you're seeing it, you're seeing it soar. This could be a resume, anything like that, right? Oh, look, and we have the World card here. So really, really awesome, beautiful energy. Closing out a cycle, and it's just a happy card. Alright, so we have the Seven of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. And who did I just do? Libra just had this combination, actually. So there could be a lot of options that are coming with you in for work, specifically groups. All right, your social circle could change, the people that you hang out with, but it seems like you're wanting to work towards a common ideal, a common goal. All right, you could be overwhelmed by all these people that are trying to seek your advice and trying to get you to join their clique. Like, I kind of picture it's like, gang initiation, and everybody wants you to be on their side, and you're just like, I resonate and I vibrate with so many different energies, but I think I'm gonna have to go with whomever. So it seems like you do have a lot of options as far as like who you want to build with. All right, so I see this more in like a business or a friendship, less romantic with the Pentacle energy there, but it can always be both. Let's see, 2 and 1. All right, going on for Aquarius for February. All right, so we have the Three of Pentacles being the underlying energy, so there is a focus on expansion. All right, and I think that this is expansion and how with other people. All right, so you're going to start receiving, how do you build something, perhaps something that a small business or a project, it's just too much, it's gotten too big for just you and you alone. So now you're like, all right, who can I bring in on my squad that's going to help me take it to the next level? All right, so there's definitely that energy. All right, and then we have the Seven of Cups pop up as the heart of this reading. We're going to clarify since they've made an appearance twice. Alright, so we have the Eight of Cups. So definitely leaving something behind, because I did see the Six of Swords also while I was pre-shuffling. So there is something that you're leaving behind, something that you possibly invested a lot of time into. Alright, but you're moving away from it. But we're going to go ahead and clarify all of this. So the Queen of Cups popping up as the present energy could be connecting with a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. And then the most likely outcome we have is the King of Swords. So this is your energy. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but definitely Aquarian energy as the most likely outcome with this King of Swords here. And then we have the Two of Wands as the card of advice. All right, kind of similar to Libra's reading. Perhaps you guys are intertwined in some way, shape, or form. All right, so let's see what's going on. Aquarius, why is the Seven of Cups here, please? To the Queen of Swords. So this has to deal with, to me, perhaps some personal relationships, something that you could possibly have been isolated from, something that you had to walk away from it. Again, could be a Cancer, no, could be a Aquarius, Libra, or a Gemini, but there's something that's being walked away from, and it feels like somebody's being isolated, all right? And because of this isolation, they are overwhelmed by this feeling. But there is, it seems like somebody, Aquarius, either you or the other person, wants to work together, all right? But somebody definitely walked from the situation. There's been a lot of instability in it. Let's see. Because of deception, cheating, lies. So somebody could be faced with, they dealt with somebody, they have a lot of love for this person, but this person has let them down and lied to them in the past. But a part of them does kind of want to, they're like, what do I do? I'm torn in between the two because I really want to be with you, but a part of me is telling you I should leave alone. Shout out to Latoya Luckett. But more so, there is that energy here of like, there has been some betrayal. There was somebody who was cut off and somebody feels absolutely isolated. It was an unstable connection, an unsteady connection. If this was a business, then it was an unsteady business or something, like you weren't getting paid as frequently as you should. You have love for this project, you have love for this person, but it's caused so much pain because of the lies and the deception, and now it's just time to make that decision to either come back to this person or permanently be away from them, because it seems like you've walked away from this person in the past, or this person walked away from you in the past with this Eight of Cups here. So there was definitely a leaving, even though somebody was invested a lot into it and they were sorrowful about having to turn their back on it. They still had to turn their back in order to pursue whatever it is that they chose to pursue. But there is love here now with the Queen of Cups. This person could be receiving a lot of attention, and the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Wow, so there is a lot of like soulmate, twin flame connection energy here, Aquarius. Why is the Queen of Cups here, please? Queen of Cups here, please. Queen of Cups in 3, 2. Okay. Sorry. 1. All right. Yeah. Somebody's like really passionate. Perhaps there was even infidelity on both ends of the relationship. Both of you guys major rounds, and so that's why there's a defensiveness to this energy, but there is still a lot of love in this connection, because it's bigger than you. It's bigger than both of you guys, all right? But I guess I just see the way that, I hope that this reading makes sense. Please let me know in the comment section, guys. But the way that I'm really seeing this is like, okay, so there was a falling out. You guys could have mutually agreed to walk away from the situation because you guys were both wilding, right? And you understand that. But now you're trying to look at the relationship objectively, as if you're outside of it. You're looking at it objectively. You're looking onto this relationship and seeing if it's worth building on together. But it was a pretty messy, all over the place relationship to begin with. But now it seems like you're stepping into yourself with this King of Swords here. You're now stepping back and deciding if you're going to cut into it or cut yourself out of it. But there is love. There is love and a want for expansion and growth here. Why is the King of Swords here, please? Why is the King of Swords the most likely outcome for Aquarius, please? Right, so we have the Jack of Hearts coming, which is essentially the Knight of Cups. So there could be a very heartfelt communication that comes in with this person as far as what you're going to do. But somebody seems to be making an offer and a proposal to work on it together. It's not necessarily a reconciliation in the sense of like, oh, now we're all buddy-buddy and friends again. It's like, oh, now we're going to put work into this situation, because if we decide to get back together, then we are going to get married. It's that type of energy where it's just like, it's going to be very long-term. We're going to go into business together. We're going to set goals together. If we go into this together, it's more of a business deal than like a heartfelt one. But there is love there, right? There is love there, but not necessarily a business deal. It's just like the business is equally as important as the mutual love, because there is a defensiveness and a blockage towards the love right now, which I understand because of all the stuff that happened in the past, Aquarius. So there is some defensiveness and some guardedness towards this, you know, love situation. But there's going to be communication that's coming in, possibly with Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or just a really emotional, artistic intuitive type, compassionate person, a motherly character. But there's going to be a proposal that's going to be opened up here over something that had cheating to do in the past, Aquarius. And so with the card of advice being the Two of Wands, that's really, I think, just see where it goes. Just see where it goes. I don't think that you should stay in this really super overwhelmed state with the Seven of Cups. I think the best thing that you can do, again, is just step back from it and look at it as objectively as you can, because there is potential for growth here. But really, the theme is just see where it goes. Don't try to control it. Relinquish the power. Have the conversations with this person. Try to get your friendship back up to where it needs to be before you even consider if you're going. And I feel like you're already doing that. You're going to work on getting your friendship back up before you even consider anything romantic. But that romantic element is still, it's still a flirty relationship, if that makes sense. There's still something sensual about it. Like, you guys are still, you know, flirty. Flirty, that's the word. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has to have a little fun, right, Aquarius? So it seems like, I think, yeah, February is going to be a time where you're going to be dealing with someone in particular that you have some emotions with, and that you guys have had, certainly have a history, and it seems like you guys are going to be working towards some sort of friendship, at least a friendship. That's really what I'm getting. All right, that's really what I'm getting. And again, you can have romantic feelings for this person, but you guys are just working on being cool. I don't think that you guys have necessarily even been in contact, because this person also appeared as the Queen of Swords. So after the Five of Pentacles, so you guys probably haven't even been talking really. But you're at least going to start talking and at least start being like, look, I'm sorry. And this person will be like, oh, I'm sorry. You know, I've been thinking about you. I missed you. That type of energy. Somebody that you've been thinking about for a long time but haven't communicated with. It seems like that's going to be happening. That's really what I'm getting. I'm sorry that I keep reiterating it, but I'm just like, this is pretty, it's getting pretty solid after the clarification. So I believe in the impossible. So if you thought, oh, I'll never speak to that person again. Surprise. Surprise, bitch. You thought you saw the last of me? That's what's happening. Alright, and then what do you need to release? Alright, really interesting question. And I think, not to answer this question for you, but I think your expectations, Aquarius, are being tested, and how they work in reality and how they work in the grand scheme of things. So pay close attention to what's realistic and what's unrealistic, because Aquarians can have this utopian, you know, Pisces and Aquarius are the most evolved. Like, they're like the ones, they're like yin and yang. All right, they're the divine masculine and divine feminine of the Zodiac. So Aquarians can get lost in that imaginary, in that same imaginary world, la la land, that Pisces always find themselves getting stuck in. So that seems like that can be a possibility here too. So make sure that you are dreaming, but realistically. You know, not everything's going to go the way that you want it to, Aquarius. You're not always right, even though you're right. You know, you're not always right. Sometimes it's worth just being a friend versus, you know, being right. So, you know, take that with you, especially as you have this conversation about this person on a particularly emotional front. Try to listen to them and hear them with your heart versus trying to think of a way to discount their emotions through your logic. Alright, be weary of that, Aquarius. And then the energy is gaining momentum, so something is going to be moving. Again, there's a lot of action with this Eight of Wands here. This could be coming in. Once you guys start talking, it could be like, you know, you guys never missed a beat. And so that ball is really going to start rolling in your favor. And then we have you and your loved ones are safe. So remember, as you're seeing where it goes and you're looking out to the horizons, know that, you know, you won't be completely obliterated or hurt by the end of it, especially if you allow this person back in. I do just see, you know, if this person is right for you, you might just find out that they're just a really great friend. You know, you just have a really awesome, strong bond of friendship. And regardless of how you are romantically, you still want to be a part of one another's lives. And you're able to start articulating that. Oops. Pulling from the Angels of Atlantis deck. Take it. Alright, so we have, ooh, cleansing. cleansing. So really releasing that negative energy, which has to do with expectations. It goes back to the Buddhist teaching of like, all, you know, human life is suffering, and it's because we set expectations and we were let down by those expectations, and that's the inherent suffering. So start cleansing that and accepting, living in the moment, in the now, accepting what's coming towards you without having to think through it. Just live it. Excuse me, just live it. All right. And so security. So there is, so if there was, and I think it's because, so let me say this to you, Aquarius. I think that you'll be rewarded when you open up. Alright, so Aquarius can be very detached and very aloof when it comes to love. But I imagine that there's a fear of vulnerability. Okay, so let me tell you, you're safe in this conversation. If this is somebody that you particularly had, you know, history with, you're safe in this conversation. They want to have this conversation as much as you do, and so it's a safe place for sharing those emotions, sharing those thoughts without being judged. This person genuinely wants to hear that. So whatever fear that you're having about your security, or you're having about your emotions or your vulnerability, you know, start working through that. Start releasing those thoughts, start releasing those attachments to self, and just be open and allow those feelings and those emotions to just flow through you, rather than hang on to them and hold on to them and no one knows what you're thinking. Because Aquarians have like a lot of thoughts. They're some of the smartest individuals that you'll ever come across, but when it comes to like articulating how they feel about something, they can choose to not. They'll be like no, or they explain it in such an abstract way. Now it's time to have that human to human level compassion, that human to human level talk about your emotions, about your feelings, so then you can open yourself up to new opportunities, right? And then we have divine intelligence, and this really ties in nicely to what I was saying earlier about how Aquarians are otherworldly. So this can be an otherworldly connection that's happening, and you have the wherewithal to know that. You're a very wise and sage person. I hope I haven't been holding the cards down. I apologize, guys. But yeah. See, one more card from the Ethereal Oracle, or ever many fly out. Oh, Jester. Alright, awesome. So this is, have fun, do what you want. Like, you have control of the situation, alright? Really have fun. This can go any way, alright? Not any way. This goes in a positive way, but it can really lead to some real happiness here. The Magician, the Jester is kind of like the same as the Magician, where you have all the tools in the toolbox in order to be successful. And that is genuinely what's happening in this new cycle. So there's a newness to this. And once you release this, I think that, Aquarius, you'll feel a lot freer as you move through 2019, because this is one less thing that keeps you up at night. You'll be on the same page as this person, possibly. And you haven't been for a long time, but you'll finally feel like that's settled. Now I can focus on other things. Alright, Aquarius, so that is what I got for you guys. I hope that this message resonated with you. I enjoyed this reading. It came together pretty nicely. It was a little, you know, in the beginning there, but I think it came together quite nicely, guys. Don't forget to check out the description box for booking a personal reading with me. Also, like, share, and subscribe this video, and leave me a comment. I appreciate them so much, Aquarius. Thank you. Peace until next time. Much love, guys.